Last time we departed from the SSN for the next destination. We Jim and Virginia was full of trainers. Preparations had to be made. Took on Vermilion City's gym leader Sergio Raichu with Eradicate one-handedly. Departed from Jim and Vermilion, and we saved the game and we exited, and now we're winning. So, welcome. Oh, I should probably check the game volume. Make sure that's not blowing out eardrums or it's too low. It's a little low. So, I don't really have a plan for this episode. There's some trainers we had to clear out over in this direction. We did get an encounter in Route 11. We still need a Diglett's Cave encounter. I want to check the power level of the next gym leader. The level cap is 29. Oh, I didn't even heal. Honestly, Eradicate might be stronger now that it isn't healed. So the next gym leader is grass type. So now I think it's really time to get Chica up to par now. And we can use these trainers. I really doubt anything important is going to happen. So now that you know what's happening, I was just gonna skip Ekans. The trainers here were not of any. They were good XP, but they did not provide any challenge. I used some potions in between battles, but other than that, you can see that my PP is used. No, not Switch. Mainly a lot of XP for. Some XP for Journal, Goku did level up, and I did not use Midnight at all. But now we have to go back up towards Cerulean and go through Dark Tunnel. I did buy some potions also in between, but let's cut back where we need to use cut. I almost forgot about the Pokemon fan club favorite guy he loves Rapidash a little too much. But yeah, I chair the Pokemon fan club. I raised more than 100 Pokemon. I'm very fussy when it comes to Pokemon, I surely am. So, you should come to hear about my favorite Pokemon? Good, then listen up. My favorite Pokemon is Rapidash. It's cute, lovely, smart, plus amazing, don't you think? So, yes, it's stunning. Candy, love it, hug it, when sleeping, warm and cuddly and spectacular, ravishing. Oops, stuck at the time. I kept you too long. Thanks for hearing me out. I want you to have this. And we get the bulk voucher by the guy. So now we get the favorite Firo. Interesting. I think currently my content style is kind of like running at a brick wall. I can try and force something to happen, but it's not really working. But then again, the point of this entire thing, and I think I've seen results, is to just be more confident. It's not even necessarily being more confident, but just having a sense of not crumbling under pressure under any normal social setting. So, for example, it's kind of become subconscious in a sense, but when people talk to me and the instant first impression I get, I am able to hold eye contact, which is something I've never really been able to do. And I think that's mainly because of just having been able to talk to people in general. When I am, in the past, a year or two ago, I say a year or two ago, but it's really many years, I just don't have any experience, nor do I think I'm able really. I don't really have the ability to hold eye contact with people. The idea of making eye contact scares me to an extent because I just feel so much tension between the person and I. But then I've kind of I don't want to say I met two people, but I can think of two examples as of recently where I I was kind of like thrown into the situation without thinking or without prep, and I was able to hold eye contact. Granted, the conversations were limited, but but then again, it's not necessarily true. The first, like scenario one that I'm thinking of, aerial race is good. Kind of. The first scenario I'm thinking of was very quick, and just very quick. I was able to hold eye contact. The second one, I was able to make eye contact initially, but the moment the conversation dragged on more, then that's when I kind of started thinking and kind of started to throw when it came to getting conversations active. So I think the more I think, the more bad it gets for me. I think I've already established as a pattern. Why is he so tanky? What is he gonna do? Nothing. Like, he's not gonna blow up, no. Anyway, I've been thinking of like what other stuff I can do. I think mainly I should probably focus more on YouTube Shorts. If I can get YouTube Shorts going, I can get a lot more traffic into my content. So this upcoming week, I'm gonna try and... I don't really know if I can get a short a day, but maybe I can if I really try hard. I'm gonna need to really focus in on what I want to do, but what point is it? If I'm not trying my hardest at all times, is it even worth the effort? I'm not using Nidoqueen. I should use Monkey. Or even Mifune. Monkey is able to evolve this level, so I think I should. Is Monkey even good for the E4? Kind of. What's his ability? This guy has Poison Points. I'm going to Leo then Scratch. But what was I saying? That's not scary. I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, Shorts. If I'm able to do it for this moment, or like for this week, I'm able to do it. But that's scary. No, it's not scary. I'm just gonna have to get a groove on how quickly I can get the stuff done, and also I'm gonna need like consistent ideas or interesting premises. The problem is I'm not gonna be able to hold the just kind of... I wonder if I should like... Wow, okay. I can't stay in anymore. Mifune, go. I wonder if I'm able to just hold the retention of people. Like this, I know people will not be watching up to this point just because YouTube hasn't... Like, I can blame YouTube, and also I blame myself for not being entertaining. But like when YouTube says pushes out my video 0 times among people, then like there's only so much I can do about it. And hopefully maybe like some videos just get luckier than others. But no, anyway, we have a first encounter for this route, and it's going to be a Spearow, which we already have. Our next encounter is going to be a Vat, which we already have. What? I think there was about 11. What's in here? Do I even get a counter here? I don't get an encounter here because all the Pokemon I caught are duplicates, and there's nothing I can do about it. So I guess you just move forward with the trainers here. Like, at the end of the day, I'm wondering whether the death battle video was a mistake. Just because I'm now getting like the Green Goblin thoughts of doing React content because it does well. And I think it does. genuinely think if I reacted more to stuff, then maybe I don't know, cause that's a stretch, because like even if I react, then how it completely depends on what I react to and how if people will even click on it. If I bandwagon on some stuff and then do other things, like I definitely feel I can make a second channel of reacting. That I don't mind doing, but up to what point is it like, you know? Like, how much can I get away with? Or, like, does my ego prevent me from reacting? Because I don't want it to. Because it's not like I have a bad. It's not like I'm completely against reacting. I don't feel like it's an accurate marker for my content. Like, I mean, I watch videos on my own time, but that doesn't mean, and that it's like, you know, I feel fine. I don't really know how to put it to words. Like, is my ego going? Do I think my ego is bigger than it should be? No, I don't really have an ego. I specifically just don't want to do only react stuff. But then again, it all just depends on how it happens. Magnitude 7. Oh my god, if that was a crit. Holy. Is Mankey just dead if that was magnitude 10? That's scary. Yeah, so I have to. And I'm not gonna stay in case like a quick karate chop. And I'm not sure. It might have guts. I don't think no guard is a thing in Gen. Seismic toss is kind of scary. That would have been especially scary if it misses. Oh. Okay. It doesn't. Any fighting stab it uses, I resist. Okay, and I don't miss. 95% chance is terrifying. Holy. Okay, Hiker Bryce, you are strong. Who's here? I don't want to get jumped by a trainer. I can go past her. New encounter about 10. But there is a Pokemon Center here. So I think we can end with a new encounter unless Route 10 has specifically no new Pokemon I can get, in which case I am very unlucky. I am very sad. So it turns out we do get a new encounter, a new Pokemon for this route. There's actually a few Pokemon we could save the encounter and get a water type Pokemon, but we don't really, that's a long way from now. But what we can get, and let's see, who should I'm going to Journal, to Sleep, whatever's coming, because we only have one possible encounter for this route, and it is not Spearow. We only have one possible encounter for this route, and it is still not Spearow. It turns out that we actually have so many encounters, including this one. Not including that one. I looked at Cerebi and it's 40% chance. It should not be this uncommon. It feels like it's 1% of it. I've looked for 1% mons before. It was not this hard, but it's still 40%. It's the most common mon in this area, and I haven't found it in like 6 encounters. There it is. It's Voltorb. Don't boom. You can Sonic Boom, just don't boom. Explosion Boom. How do I weaken this? Let's just throw a ball. I think I have 2 Great Balls. I also have the rock area. Dark Tunnel encounter we can get, which I will get actually, so I can do some grinding in between. The Voltorb and the ball. Oh, what do I name it? Ball. What do I name this ball? Usually found in power plants, usually mistaken for a Pokeball that has zapped many people. I will give this a nickname. I have an name idea for this thing, and it is. And I hope it fits. I think it does fit, not Game F. Oh no, no space. That's it's spherical. The game sphere, not this game sphere. The game sphere. Why does sphere look weird? Well, that's one encounter for us, but we actually have another one, not in the Pokemon Center. We have another one in Dark Tunnel. I did not get Flash. Maybe I go back and get Flash. But for the meantime, we have an encounter here. What is it gonna be? Last time we got Zubat, which we did not want. Looking hopefully for a Geodude, and if it's female and I can catch Bochi, please be female. Damn it, okay. I can still I'll probably still name it something related to Bochi, but I don't know, it doesn't feel as right. Shout out too many typings. How do we go about this? Obviously I can't. Whatever. I do have Scratch, but I don't want to run into a magnitude here. Let's do a ball. Worst case scenario, I put Lychee then. And then I just catch it in for Troy. Okay. Ball. So last time it was an electric ball. Now we have a rock ball. Found in fields and mountains, mistaking them from boulders, people often step or trip on them. I've been consuming a lot of freewing content, and it took a very long time to think of the character's name, aka trying to Google find it, because he's not a very common, not very popular character, so people don't really have the wikis on him. Or rather, I don't have the name recognized on him. Let's look at this guy. The next gym leader is grass type, so obviously he's not going to be good. But then again, we also have some leap over characters. So we have Game Sphere, the Voltorb, with static, charge, tackle, and thing. Yeah, so Magnitude is a pretty good move if it wants to be a good move. 50-90. And then theoretically, who could we remove? Gyarados with Intimidate is pretty good. Mifune is starting to be at that point where it's gonna. If it has Guts active, then it's good. If it doesn't have Guts active, then it's not going to be good. Monkey, Goku. I think it's doing a fine job. It doesn't really have the best matchups. Midnight is good for now just because of stats, but I don't know how the moveset it's gonna translate. And then Chica is, I think, pretty solid. Chica could theoretically be replaced by Rouge maybe, but we already have a poison type, still no depths. So yeah, a pretty optimal Nuzlocke encounter. This is, I think, my second Nuzlocke. I think my first Nuzlocke was BDSP. That was a pretty hard first Nuzlocke just because it goes from very easy to fighting VGC competitive Pokemon. But yeah, that's it. Have a good day, y'all, and have a happy birthday. Have the happiest and greatest of birthdays.